Volcano. Alive. Camaro. Fiery new creation from Chevrolet.
The 1967 Camaro was Chevy's answer to the Ford Mustang, which had been enjoying the success of its pony car for the last 2 years. The engineers created an F-car project, basing the design on the forthcoming '68 Chevy Nova, and included a long hood and a short rear deck that so many designers followed soon after.
This is the SS350 with rally sport equipment, wicked black grille, and a fuselage that bulges around a 350 cubic inch V8 engine. Shaped for action, all the way back to its sporty rear deck.
With the unibody structure from the windshield and the firewall back, and the front frame that was bolted onto to house the engine, the Camaro was available in a hardtop coupe and convertible, and could come with almost 80 factory options and 40 dealer accessories. The Camaro was touted as a road machine that had wide stance stability and big car power, and promised the family man that needed 4 seats Junior Corvette power.
That is my neighbor's car. When I brought the GTO home, he actually saw the GTO in the yard, and that's when he told me about his '67 Rally Sport. It was just a shell. Had a motor, tranny, and 4 wheels on it. No glass, no doors, no trunk lid, no nose, no nothing. He asked me if I would be willing to put it together for him. The tooling to the aftermarket fenders aren't always dead on, and you got to fabricate them and you got to customize them and make them fit the car. In the trunk, there was no trunk lid, so I put the trunk lid on, but there was no latch mechanism, no bracket. They had cut it out of the car at one point. The only 2 things that are not original on that car, I would say, are the 2 front fenders, the grille, definitely not the motor. That's a built 350. He got a real good deal on the motor, and so he rebuilt it, him and his friend.
The RS package included a blackened out lattice grille with concealed headlights, upgraded taillights, special interior trim with thin line bucket seats, and plenty of RS badges. There are 5 engines available on the Camaro when it was introduced, ranging from 140 to 295 horsepower. The SS package included a 350 V8, and a 396 big block was also available. The SS version also had a heavier front and rear springs, heavy-duty clutch and shock absorbers, simulated louvers and accent bands round the nose. If you couldn't decide on what package to get, it was possible to get both and have an RS SS Camaro, but the RS badging was always on display. The Camaro was only the 4th completely new line of cars available from Chevy since 1959's rear-engine Corvair.
That took me a winter. He had it painted in the spring, and then we did the interior shortly after. The color they get off their motorcycle, they have a Harley Davidson motorcycle. It's a full dress. We actually got the colors from that. It wasn't an easy one to match up, that's for sure, because Harley Davidson paint is different than what you use on car paints. The guy he had painted it did a little legwork and was able to come up with almost the perfect match. Yeah, I have driven it a lot, get rid of some vibration issues and work some of the bugs out of it and fine-tune it. Told me to take it out today because it's a beautiful day out there. I like any muscle car, as long as it looks like muscle.
These are 4 sheet metal screws that actually hold it in, but the 5th one is a nut and bolt. All right, well, it's a stud and it's got a nut on the backside, so nobody can come up, open your gas cap, undo the screws and walk off with it because they're so expensive.
Whoever did the body work and the paint job prior to us getting the car, they didn't have the proper air separator in the airline, and when they sprayed the car, they got a lot of water in the paint, and they did a lot of bubbling underneath the clear coat, and it was actually in the color coat.
Guess what? One thing I just learned, I didn't know these went down behind there. They're even bolted on, supposed to be bolted on underneath. But you can tell they never took it out. And you see how the paint's chipping? Alright, that's because they didn't prep it properly. It didn't get sanded down in there. Oh, I got the plug, but it's the rubber grommet that is dry rotted, and you see where it's primed. And this is actually pretty rusty, but it's still in good shape. I think it needs a new lens. How you doing?
Not bad, how are you?
Not bad. You're out snow plowing, I see. The CRX. Alright. They didn't take it off and they just sanded and painted right over it. And what happens is the body shifts over time. Well, all your metal panels flex. And you get two different pieces that are bolted together, but yet sealed by paint. It's going to crack.
We have a 66, and that one I was doing some work on, and the guy I was getting my body panels from and my parts from, a friend of his heard about it and told me to give him a buzz, and so Annette and I, my wife, we went up and checked it out, and we bought it a little bit, and sure enough, they delivered it. You can buy templates and you can paint what was on the Mach I back then in 1971. I'm not doing that. I'm actually gonna tape it off and I'm gonna paint. I think we're gonna go with my own kind of pinstriping type deal on it.
You're photographing me cutting this out. Some people may disagree with the way I'm doing this. It may not be the right way.
Well, the glue's still good.
Don't let all the stuff fall inside.
Yeah, keep the car in clean.
The speaker panel at the back window, what they did was they cut it out to put the fold down back from the trunk to the back seat. It's a, I guess the fold down back seat, I guess we'd call it, and it opens it up into the trunk area.
Ah, all right. It's hooked into this. So it's
Interesting. So take off the plastic pieces.
So
and
you
then-
gotta take these side panels off, the front panels off on each side, and then to get at the back. So, alright.
You are going to use a pair of some uniform hardware when you do this, right?
Yes, I actually have brand new hardware for it. You can tell it's mismatched hardware.
It's staying put the way it is. I actually like that feature. It may not be original. The way they did it, it was a little rough around the edges. I mean, I neatened it up and I got rid of I drilled out all the pop rivets and the rattles, and everything is welded in, and I squared everything off. So at least this way it's not gonna bounce around and vibrate, and it was definitely quite the sight to see.
They pop riveted it in, and
I wonder why it was replaced.
that's what I don't understand.
That one was too then.
Yeah, they both were. It's almost like,
Was that back seat thing an option? That fold down the split there?
I honestly don't know. But
Maybe that was an option.
someone cut this out at one point, or had to have. So I have my work cut out for me on that.
Welcome home, man.
Oh, hey, Mark.
Hey, Mark.
Hey.
Where have you been?
I lost my cat.
Oh, that's not right.
Yeah, so I made this cat magnet to try and get him back.
Cool. Does it work?
Kinda.
Nice.
Yeah, but that's not my cat. Gotta keep working on it. See ya.
Yeah.
Anything's possible. Keep thinking. Get started on your own inventions or just play some games at inventnow.org.